Alright, in this video, we're going to talk about rolling the dice when it comes to nasty weather on the road. Let's check it out. What's going on YouTube? FXDLS Brooklyn is back in the building. And as you can see, we are currently getting some light drizzle, which is actually quite satisfying right now because it validates me taking the 10 minutes to pull over and put on this rain gear. Because, let me tell you, I do not like getting wet, especially as we arrive into the Grand Tetons higher elevation, which means your temperature is dropping. So I could deal with being soaked to the bone if it's hot and humid, that's fine. But being soaked and cold, that's when I'm truly miserable. So a lot of times on the road, especially if you are on a Dyna, right? If you're on a touring model like these guys up here, you have a lot more protection against when things get wet. You know, it's just, you got the pods, you know, just got a lot more protection. But if you're doing this on a Dyna or something that's not a touring model, then you know that when that rain starts to come, you're pretty much getting soaked. Now, I get away with a lot because of the FXRT fairing. That'll take a lot of rain off the majority of my torso, right? But I don't run lowers on this bike, so what that means is if it's hard enough, my legs are getting soaked, and the worst, the absolute worst, is when it soaks through into your boots and then you got wet boots, because I think most people are not packing 2 pairs of boots in case one gets soaked. So basically, one thing that I appreciate about the road captain is whenever it starts to look hairy, he gives me the option of saying, hey, this could go either way. It's a dice roll. You want to put on your rain gear? And I would say probably 100% of the time, I'll take the 10 minutes to put on the rain gear. Now, this one's a dice roll, because if you look up ahead, if you look directly above us, which is hard to see, looks like we're in some nasty stuff for a minute. But then if you look over the horizon, that looks pretty nice, right? So it's a dice roll. It's like, do you do it or do you not do it? So me personally, like doing this on a Dyna, you know, I almost 100% of the time am always going to take the time to throw on the rain gear, because in either outcome, I'm going to come out dry. If it rains, I'm going to come out dry. If it doesn't rain, I'm going to come out dry. So, being on a Dyna, I like to, you know, pick the fights that I know I could win, which is putting on your rain gear as it starts to lightning over there to the left of us. Because I don't know, man, I've played the rain game way too many times and lost in my road trip career. So these days I'm usually just taking the time to throw on the rain gear. And what I actually forgot to do this time is I didn't put my rain cover on the Biltwell Xfil 80. Should have did that. But yeah, you know, luckily it does look like we're riding into some pleasantness ahead, so whatever this is, whether it hits us hard or not, it doesn't look like we'll be in it for long. It's also nice, especially like when you're hitting higher elevations and the temperature starts to drop, the rain gear will keep you toasty because no air is getting through there, so in that type of situation, just kind of a no-brainer, wear your rain gear. Unless you have so much wind deflection that it's just not a factor. But yeah, man, the sky opens up there, I am trying to stay dry. But what do you all do? Do you all play the rain game, or do you do what I do when you're on your road trips? Do you play it safe? Do you pull over and you throw that rain gear on? Where we're currently at is on the road to the Grand Tetons. We're passing through Yellowstone Park. This will be my second time actually doing this road, so I'm passing by a lot of things that we passed by in 2017. And of course, we have my brother, the Man in Black, with us for this one. Add some dark spice to the trip. Good stuff. It's getting kind of wet out here. Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're talking some good old road trip weather. There we go. Ah, yes, rain. How we missed you. But I'm going to stop my recording so I can focus on my nasty weather riding. You know, you want to be on your A game when it starts to get like this. As always, stay safe out there. Wear your rain gear, stay dry out there, and stay low out there. Practice positive mental attitude, especially when things go wrong and the weather gets bad. Listen to the bad rains, and on that, FXDLS Brooklyn is out.